Yep, below the roof, on the wall. It can be indoors, outdoors.
And is this a high voltage DC or is this for 48 volts? If you wanted to stack multiple units or parallel connect multiple units, what's the highest capacity we could reach for a single inverter?
It integrates with our app seamlessly. You have one app, one ECU, one controller. All the data and information is controlled on one site. So,
the smarter way to go solar.
Hey everyone, Joe Ordia here for Solar Surge, and today we're coming to you from Intersolar North America, which is the big solar conference they do every year here in San Diego. This morning I'm joined by Teddy Hodges from APsystems, and we're looking at the new AP Storage Battery Inverter Solution. So Teddy, thanks for taking time to chat with us.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're here in Southern California now. As you know, like everything in California now, solar, it's all going to battery storage in addition to solar. So tell us about the APsystems or the AP Storage Solution. What are we looking at here? How does it work?
Awesome. What we have here is a great residential battery backup system. We have our 11.4 PCS that is AC coupled, and we'll get into that. We paired it with a 10.0 kilowatt hour battery, and it's a stackable unit up to 16 units. So pretty large system it can incorporate. Right now, with an AC coupled system, what we have is we have it paired with our microinverters, our flagship DS3 models, and they come in with a string directly into the ports here on the AC ports. And so then we direct feed AC in, AC out, and our conversion happens just between the battery and the inverter PCS right here. It's a little bit easier, it's lower voltage, and it's a better solution for most homeowners. So.
Okay. So again, you know, we talk about different types of batteries. We talk about AC coupled versus DC coupled. You know, DC coupled means you're typically bringing high voltage DC from the roof all the way down to the battery inverter. In this case, let's say you already have micro inverters on your rooftop, so you've got AC coming down to ground level, then all of this can just be hooked up below the roof, right?
Yep, below the roof, on the wall. It can be indoors, outdoors. We do have a very detailed installation guide that gives you all the parameters on how, where, and what to install this, if it's indoors or outdoors. And being lower voltage, we find it a lot safer for the homeowner to interact with and the installer to actually install it. Having the potential of 600 volts on a DC system, you do have that potential of having that higher voltage. So with the strictly AC coupled, we find it a better solution for most people.
Sure. Well, especially those are if you're going to be retrofitting solar or retrofitting storage onto a home that already has solar. The nice thing about this is all this can be done at ground level without having to rewire the roof or potentially void the warranty on work that's already been done on the rooftop.
Yeah, and that's a good point, is you can actually add this to any solar system. If you have solar or you don't have solar, you can put this directly on your house without any solar or photovoltaic. So you can add this in with any AC coupled system, solar or not. So it's a great solution.
Okay, let's talk specs for a little bit then.
Yeah.
You said in terms of power output, it's 11.4 kilowatts?
That's correct, and that's direct AC power, so there's no worry about confusion. Some of these companies list their product at a higher PV rating. We don't. We go straight conversion. You're going to get 11.4 kW out of it because that's what it's listed at, that's what it's rated at. So we try to name it exactly what you're going to receive, so there's no confusion there. So.
Great. Now tell me about in terms of switching. Does it typically have its own sort of transfer switch or hub, or is this used typically with a critical loads panel that the installer would put in?
So we love when we can actually have a backup system that works. So we prefer having just critical loads or crucial loads that you want on demand or on power always. When it does fall off the grid, it does have a grid forming load side, so it'll all be grid tied. Your solar will still work when it goes off grid in those situations on those grid outages. And it does it all automatically. You won't even see the lights flicker when this actually PCS kicks into effect. So it's a quick transition, and it's very hard to recognize when you're off grid. You'll get a little alert on your phone, on your monitoring app saying, hey, you went off grid.
Okay. Hey, Teddy, let's talk about battery compatibility now.
Yeah.
Now, I know we have this here depicted with the AP storage battery, but I understand this works with other batteries as well, right?
That's correct. There's a list of about 10 batteries it's compatible with. We're pretty battery agnostic. That means we can work with pretty much any battery makeup. There are some settings we do have to change to some parameters, but we have the one listed battery we would like to use, and that's the one we provide with the system. It's also UL 9540 listed with it, so it's highly compatible for those certain jurisdictions that you have to have that compatibility listed on the UL.